What is up, guys? It is time for yet another tier list video. I'm your host, BC King, and I loved Banjo-Kazooie. I have a couple gripes with it, but I do love the game overall. And one of the big reasons why is because the level and world design in this game is really good. So I thought I would rank every single level from Banjo-Kazooie. Now, we're not counting, of course, Spiral Mountain or Rotoda's Lair because those are hub worlds. So we are including the 9 worlds that are in this game that are classified as like the game's levels. So with that said, here we go. And first up, we have Mumbo's Mountain, which is the first area in the game. So, for a level, it's pretty basic. Nothing too much to do here. You do have that one section where you, I think you have to dodge the gorilla's fruits. That was kind of fun. You got the hut area. But, overall, it's kind of a really basic level. Nothing too mind-blowing. Nothing that's, like, gonna make you go, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, it's a very basic, level that teaches you how to play the game and teaches you, like, the world design. So, overall, I would say number 7 is where I would put Mumbo's Mountain. Again, not bad. Nothing too, like, you know, it's not, like, disappointing. It's not, like, terrible, but, I think it's a pretty good idea of how to do a starter level for a 3D platforming game. So, yeah, nothing mind-blowing, but for what it is, it works. It's good. It does its job, and it's fun, and it's got a good song to it. So, there we go. Mumbo's Mountain, number 7. Now we get to Treasure Trove Cove, and we are taking a big jump here because I love Treasure Trove Cove. I love it so much. It is my number 2 favorite level. So, here's the thing. I think when you compare it to Mumbo's Mountain, it does have some similarities. They do both feel a little bit on the basic side. I think Mumbo is definitely a lot more basic than Cove is, obviously. But this one has a really cool theme to it. I love the whole, like, beach/pirate theme. I love going to the pirate ship to get the treasure. I love getting to climb up the mountain, and plus the song, man. I love the da 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 da. It's so good, man. One of the best songs in the game. So, you know, sometimes simple is good. I think this is a good example of that. You know, nothing too mind-blowing. I do also like the fight you do with, what's his face? The crab guy, where you go into a shell after you beat him. That was fun. But yeah, I just love the theme. I love the setting. The music is obviously a banger. And it's fun. So, yeah, I think some people might rank it a bit lower, which is fair. I think those people are definitely justified. But for me, I wanted to go based off which ones I enjoyed going through the most. And I think Cove is one that I really, really, really enjoyed going through. Now, I will say I didn't fully 100% this game. I didn't have time to do it, unfortunately. But I did play it enough to, like, know how I feel about each level. And I think Cove is definitely way up there. So, there we go. Might be lower on your list. That's fair. But for me, it's number 2. So, there you go. Treasure of Cove. Alright. Now we go from a big jump to a big fall. Because now we got Clanker's Cavern. And here's the thing, right? I hate shitting on water levels in platformers. I really do. It's just... You know, back in the day, water levels were usually not fun in 3D platforming games like Mario 64, Zelda. Well, that's not platforming, but you guys get what I mean. But yeah, I don't like shitting on water levels in 3D platformers, but this one definitely, it's not that fun. Like, I didn't enjoy it that much. I think it's kind of, I'm not sure if it's like just the design of the level or, the pacing of it, but I still like it a bit, but it's easy number 9 for me. It is my least favorite level in the entire game. I didn't really enjoy going for a lot of the jiggies in this one. The whole idea with the metal shark dude, whatever his name is, Clanker, that's his name, obviously. But I did like, you know, they pulled like a Jabu Jabu from Ocarina of Time and how you go into his body. That was cool. But the outside of it, like the whole, like, outside of him is just, it's not that fun. I'm not a fan of having to go down below him into that, like, pit where the chain is, because it feels kind of easy to die there and drown. I don't know. But, yeah, not a bad level. It has some fun here and there, but if I had to replay this game, I would probably look forward to that one the least in terms of the levels. So, Yeah, Clanker's Cavern, easy number 9. Again, not like a bad, terrible level, but easily the worst one to me in Banjo-Kazooie. So, there you go. Alright, Bubblegloop Swamp is a bit mixed for me. I do like the setting, I do like the music, I like the atmosphere here. But I would say it's maybe number 6 on my list. And I think the reason why is that the pacing of this one can be kind of sluggish. Especially in that maze area where I have to use the boots to go through to, Mumbo Jumbo's hut. It does feel kind of too slow for my taste. I like getting stuff, or I like getting the locations, you know, quicker, snappier. And it does feel kind of draggy in some cases here. I do like the one section, though, where you go inside the turtle, and then you have to, copy the turtle musicians. That was a fun jiggy to get. But yeah, overall, it's a fun level, but I do feel like the pacing definitely is sluggish. It could have been a bit snappier with certain areas. But it's still fun. Again, good concept, good theme, some fun jiggies here and there. So I can't quite put it in my top 5 or my top 3, but number 6 is a pretty good spot for it, I would say, because, you know, it's not bad, but it's not great. So it's like middle of the road for me in terms of the levels. So there you go. Alright, Freezeezy Peak. I was thinking so long about this, because I knew my top 2 were Cove and Peak, because I just enjoyed getting, like, the jiggies in these levels so much, and I enjoy exploring them. But when it came down to it, I had to really think hard about it, and in terms of which level I enjoyed exploring the most, it's gotta be Peak, man. I love Freezeezy Peak. Again, here's the thing. We just mentioned water levels in games. I think for me, ice and snow levels are one of my, like, more hated level themes in games, because I play, like, almost every Mario game there is. Well, every mainline game. I played the Zelda titles, and honestly, the ice ones in those games are usually not my favorites. But this one, man, oh, man. First of all, the music, also iconic, similar to Trove Cove. I love the theme here. The giant snowman in the middle is always fun to explore. I love getting to climb his giant scarf. That was always a good time. I surprisingly like the enemies that, like, shoot you from far away. The giant, like, evil snowmen, those were cool. I love the power up here where you become a giant, or where you become a seal. That was fun. The freezing water is whatever. I mean, that's something that's been in levels for however long, but, yeah, I think it definitely has some quirks with it, but I think, again, I wanted to rank these based on how much fun I had enjoying them and getting the jiggies in them, and to me, I think Peak is definitely where I enjoy myself the most. I think you know, it's not a perfect level. There are things you could probably criticize about it, but I don't think I had as much fun with any level here as I did with Freezeezy Peak, so there you go. Number 1, Freezeezy Peak. I love it, and it's a great level, so there you go. Number 1. Okay, so Gobi's Valley. Similar to what we just talked about with the ice and water themes, I feel like desert, a lot of the time, is kind of mixed for me. Like, there's some really good desert levels in other games I've played, and some not-so-great ones. This one is definitely a lot more positive, but in terms of the levels in this game, it is kind of middle of the road for me. So I would say number 5 is where I would put, Gobi's Valley. Again, it's a pretty good desert level. I love the music. I love the whole pyramid-esque setting. A lot of the jiggies here are really fun to get. I do like the one where you climb the magic carpets. That was a good one. I like getting to shoot the heads poking out of the one building. That was kind of fun. But yeah, nothing too, like, outrageous here. And I do feel like it's a good example of a really good and well-paced desert level. So yeah, not my favorite. I can think of, like, a couple that, you know, top this in terms of desert-themed levels in games. But this one is really fun. And I do also love getting to go back to the beginning and talk to the palm tree dude to make the rain happen, right? That was one of the jiggies. That was good. So yeah, Gobi's Valley, number 5. Again, kind of middle of the road for me, but a good level, and I did enjoy myself with it. So there you go. Alright, Mad Monster Mansion. Now, I am not a huge fan of spooky themed levels. I'm not sure why. I mean, I'm okay with, like, spooky stuff. Like, I'm not trying to say I hate spooky stuff, but I'm usually not a fan of, like, spooky Halloween themed levels and games. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a personal preference, but I really enjoyed Mad Monster Mansion. I love the atmosphere here. I love getting to go into the mansion. There's a bunch of fun jiggies in there. I like the graveyard section. I like the maze section as well, the grass maze. Although I will say those enemies there, the ghost things, are kind of annoying. I didn't enjoy having to deal with them. I love the pumpkin power-up that you get from Mumbo Jumbo. That was a good power-up. I like getting to break the glass as well. Also, getting to meet that toilet that gives you a jiggy, I think. That was a fun one. So yeah, a lot of good stuff here. So, for me, Mad Monster Mansion is number 4. It just is missing my top 3, but it's, like, right there. I really did enjoy, going through Mad Monster Mansion. It's a fun level. And again, as someone who's not a huge fan of, like, spooky themed levels, I really did enjoy this one. I think it's a definite good time. It's got some fun things about it. And yeah, also the church section. I like getting to explore the giant church. You got the giant piano and the giant chairs you climb up. That was a fun, place to go. But, yeah, Monster Mansion, number 4. Easy, good, spooky level. So, there you go. Alright, so, Rusty Bucket Bay. We just talked about Clanker's Cavern, right? And how it's, like, an example of water levels that aren't that great. I feel like Rusty Bucket is better than Clanker's Cavern, but not by a lot. And I do have a couple gripes with it. I do like the ship setting. I do like getting to, like, explore the ship and go into different rooms and whatnot. But the biggest issue for me is when you get into the water. Similar to Bubblegloop Swamp, it gets really draggy because the swimming in this game is not really great. And I was not a fan of the section where you have to turn on the ship's rotors. And you have to, like, rush out of there before the time runs out. That was really frustrating. I did not like that section at all. It's like one of the hardest jiggies to get in the game, I would imagine. So yeah, I still like it overall. It's a fun concept, but actually going through it was kind of a pain. So, number 8 for me. Like, honestly, I can flip-flop between Rusty Bucket and Clanker's Cavern in terms of which ones I dislike more. But I feel like Clanker, has a less appealing theme to me than Rusty Bucket, because I do like the whole ship setting, or the whole shipyard setting of Rusty Bucket, but it was still kind of a slog to go through. So again, there are fun things about it. There are some fun, like, little boss fights you can do, but overall, not my favorite. So number 8. Alright, now we got one spot left, which is number 3, which is going to the last one here, being Click Clock Wood. The one thing that makes it high on the list, you guys probably guessed if you played the game, is the whole seasonal changing thing, because this level is pretty much 4 in 1, right? Because each level is different seasons, right? Well, okay, it's the same level, but based on what door you go through, the season changes and it opens new areas in that section. So it is kind of 4 different levels, but it's the same one, just different forms, I guess. But yeah, I do love that. That brings me back to Pokemon Black and White, where they introduced the whole seasonal mechanic. That gives me such nostalgia for that. So I love the giant tree setting. I love getting to explore every season. I love getting to, like, have new areas to explore based on what season it is. So yeah, it's not the most, like, you know, mind-blowing concept, because again, it was probably done before in other games, and I think other games since then have done better to really utilize the whole seasonal aspect, like Pokemon Black and White and Black 2, White 2. But for a first, or I guess, well, not a first attempt, but like a first attempt for 3D platformers, I would say, maybe, I'm not sure. It's good. I love it. Not quite top 2, but easy top 3. I did have a lot of fun exploring this level, so, there we go. Click Clock Wood, number 3, easy. And, with that, we're done. That is a very short tier list, so, hope you guys still enjoyed. It's just, you know, didn't have a lot to say about this one, but, there you go. That is my ranking of every single level in Banjo-Kazooie. So we got, Peak at number 1. We got Cove at number 2. We got Clock Wood at number 3. Monster Mansion number 4. Gobi's Valley number 5. Number 6 is Bubblegloop Swamp. Number 7 is Mumbo's Mountain. Number 8 is Rusty Bucket Bay. And number 9 is Clanker's Cavern. So, hope y'all enjoy. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this list. And what is your favorite level in the game? I'm curious to know what your guys' favorite is. And yeah, I guess till next tier list, I will see you guys then. Yeah, I'm kind of bad at these. I'm so bad at these outros, man. I gotta get better at these. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.